What's going on, guys? My name's Slaughter. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we have got the first episode, well actually it's the third episode, but we have got the first week of Zombcasts on my channel. We have got my buddy Punk. He is literally above me, I think, or maybe below me. Fuck do I know, who really cares? And we got Sam, he's either above me or below me as well. And we are going to be talking about the Treyarch of sorts, and we are going to be, you know, having a lot of fun while recording this series. This is going to be a weekly thing, guys. And Punk and Sam have both also got an episode on their channel about different topics. So if you guys want to see them, their links are in the description. Not if you want to, you have to see them. You have to click on it now, because if you don't click on it, you are going to have... You're not getting Black Ops 4. That's facts. Okay?
100% proof.
Bad luck for you. You won't get first in the world.
100% not clickbait. TGR guarantee.
Not clickbait. Yep, you got to click their links and watch their videos, and that's a fact. Alright, but today, guys, we're going to be talking about the 4 maps that we're getting on release. And what our general opinions, what we think's gonna, you know, storyline-wise, characters, wonder weapons, whatever. Just anything in those 4 maps on release. So, Punk, I'll start with you. What is your general summary? What do you think's going to happen in 9, the first map?
So, I think 9's going to actually be the second map to take place in their Chaos story. As we saw from the Chaos trailer, I think we're going to teleport or some way get there after the events of Voyage Despair. So I think storyline, you'll be able to match those up like that. But I think 9's going to be really unique because of the, obviously, Tigers, the mid-level boss that I assume will be somewhat like a Panzer, but more powerful, but obviously slower. I really am excited to see how they do that. From the Chaos trailer, it just was fantastic what they showed us. The inner workings behind, the areas we'll be able to open up to. We're not locked in this stupid little Coliseum room and just stuck there the entire time. I think it's gonna be interesting to see new type of like midway through maps or level bosses or round bosses, things like that, whatever you want to call them. I think that gladiator thing looks awesome. Obviously, Tigers are gonna be so sick. The weapons themselves that we saw in the trailer, and for what I assume will be across all of the Black Ops 4 maps, look fantastic. Double barrel LMGs, you get it's just going to be so good. The armor, the characters looking different and their style. I'm just so excited for all of it on that map because it's going to be very, very unique from anything zombies like we've seen before. We've never seen anything like that. And I just can't wait to see how they're going to take that and how the Easter egg's going to go, what kind of style they're going to take, how the perk vapors we know that are going to be in there will work with the different gods and goddesses from different like Nordic and all the different mythologies. And I can't wait. I'm so hyped for it. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah. Sam, what about you?
Alright, so like Punk said about 100 times, unique is definitely, I think the uniqueness of that map is definitely going to be what makes it stand out. I definitely like the idea of what they're doing with the Coliseum setting. I was worried at first, but having the underground areas that we've seen down the line has definitely made me more interested in it now. One thing I thought was really cool was, again, part of that same leak we talked about earlier with the wonder weapons. Part of that was also a leak regarding that map being that the spectators in the Coliseum will actually react to what we do.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
So like if we go down, they're gonna like cheer.
Oh, okay. Alright. I like that.
I think that's gonna make it really cool. I think that's gonna be an awesome feature. One thing I thought was really weird as well from the trailer was the way they put a lot of emphasis about why guns are there and how guns got to that era. So I feel like maybe at first we're going to be melee only until we somehow get guns.
Okay.
Yeah, until we like somewhat unlock the weapons.
Yeah.
So you have to do some sort of thing. Yeah, okay.
To unlock a room which has...
Yeah, so Punk, so you think Voyage of Despair will be the first map?
I think storyline-wise, that's going to be the first map. That's where our characters... It makes the most sense.
I think that's the era they're from. I think that's the era.
They teased it. The characters fit into that era really well. And obviously that's where they start the storyline. They say, you know, her father, that's where the staff first comes in. That's where the staff's assembled. It just looks very, very much like that's where you're going to start when you first teleport in. Every single trailer starts there.
Although I actually have a feeling that is going to be kept a very big mystery throughout the whole season, where the start point is, I think that is going to be something we're not going to discover till the end of the story. In the last map, Black Ops 4, we're going to find out, because I think the way they might do it is there's going to be a lot of ambiguity around with that whole storyline about, say all 4 of the DLC maps are part of that new storyline, so there's 6 maps in that new storyline. I think we're not going to know really what order they're taking place in until maybe the end. And maybe there'll be weak clues along the way we can piece together. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave this topic for another day. I was going to talk a little bit about DLCs and storyline and whatnot, but do you guys believe, like, there's been a few people speaking around the community how they believe that 9, the Coliseum bit of 9 might be like a little tutorial area before we're able to like jump into the first 2 maps where they teach us the new mechanics of the game, the weapons, the bosses, the zombies, like everything about. Do you believe that'll happen, or do you think we're gonna jump straight into the maps?
I think we're gonna jump straight into the maps, but I think we're gonna get survival maps with Black Ops 4 as free DLC. So like the way smaller maps, like we know Nuketown is coming free to multiplayer in November, I think it is. Maybe we'll get Nuketown Zombies for free as well, because it's a simple little map they can throw together.
So you don't think that 9 or Voyage will be...
Nah.
You'll be able to do like survival maps, or you just think it's going to be like full on just story mode, just Easter eggs?
I think there's a possibility of 2 things. That the 9 could initially have 2 ways of playing it. Like the tutorial mode, there could be a small tutorial that's like, hey, let's see how you like it. And in the Coliseum, that would be the map that I think would have the tutorial. It would be like, you'd go through a couple rounds similar to the prologue on World War II. You'd be able to interact with that boss. It would show you how the weapons appear. You'd have to do a little task, complete certain objectives, and then the weapons would pop open. That kind of concept I think they could do and implement, since they said they're making it more friendly to new users. But there's also the entire map in and of itself that plays like a traditional zombies map. Or maybe each zombies map on launch will have an option to toggle tutorial, like in one of those 100 options. It could toggle tutorial.
Like what we had in Spaceland.
The first couple rounds would be guided. It would just guide you
tour
through.
in Spaceland, like that.
Yeah, like a guided tour of Spaceland, exactly. But it's while you're playing, and it's like, do you want the first 5 round tutorial? Do you want the tutorial on? It'd be the first 5 rounds guide you to do a certain set of tasks to complete each round.
Yeah, to generally understand how. Although, I was thinking actually, what if we have an actual prologue again? So like, you know from the first trailer, what trailer was it? I think it was the 9 trailer?
It was
at the start of it, they're in the caves. At the start of it, they're in those caves. It was the 9 trailer. At the start of it, they're in those caves. Maybe around there, they have a prologue kind of thing, which kind of sets up some story details.
Yeah, maybe it could be something along those lines of where it shows you how to move and interact and walk around and move your character, just very basic. And then maybe that little spot they sit is how we teleport to the map we want to be in for those 2 maps. Maybe it's like a loading screen. It's like the forest,
imagine if it was
more
an actual
interactive. If that makes sense, like a little. Maybe it's going to be like a headquarters-like thing for zombies, and there's going to be 2 different ones. One for the Ether story, and then one for the Chaos story.
Except you'd just be in it with your team. You wouldn't be in it with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, it'd just be your squad.
Whoever's
you
in
have
your
1
lobby.
to 4 players, in your lobby, and they can join straight into there. And then you guys can pick and choose what you want. Maybe you can choose your specialists or weapons from there. That kind of concept.
I'd like a system actually that I think would be really cool. So like, say once we've got like a collection of maps together, you have a team in, and they can like vote for the map.
Yeah.
Like when you're in a custom lobby, each person can vote for what map they want to play, and then the winning map is what's loaded.
Yeah.
I feel like that might cause a lot of beef between people playing. Like
It would.
Public lobbies, I reckon that'd be okay. But custom lobbies, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would get angry. It'd cause a lot of fighting, cause a lot of people to leave.
I hope
and
so.
I feel like it'd just
I
be
hope
an
so.
overall
That would be
shit show.
awesome. I would love it. I would love anger. I love anger in the zombies community. That's what we're all about.
It'd be a good troll. It'd be good for trolling videos. Like Wave, my boy Wave, Australian YouTuber, zombies troller. He'd be fucking chilling on that. But I don't know. I feel like it causes a lot of beef. But
back to the focus.
next question. Yeah, next question. Blood of the Dead. what time period do you think this is going to be held? Do you think it's going to be after Revelations, or do you think it's in between Zetsubo and Gorod?
Zetsubo and Gorod.
It's definitely in between Zetsubo and Gorod. It's going to be that teleport scene.
Except, I think that Richtofen that we see there, you know, who's waiting for us in the lab, I think he's post-Revelations.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Well, no, not post-Revelations. I think he's in between Revelations in Gorod Krovi. Because post-Revelations, they disappear, they get teleported back, and the cycle continues. So there's no time there.
There was a whole other theory off that. I can't remember how the specifics of it. But like off the timeline, off of that event, there's like 2 offshoots of it. One where they get sent back to that war, and one where they go somewhere else, presumably to what people presume to be the start of Black Ops 4 Zombies.
Okay,
maybe this is where he went.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think everyone's excited for Blood of the Dead. Like, I cried when Blundell revealed it. I'm gonna lie.
It's
Call
interesting
me a bitch.
that
I don't care.
The way they've just basically erased Zetsubo and Gorod, I think, was so awesome.
You mean Gorod and Revelations?
Oh yeah, Gorod and Revelations. The timeline's been changed, those maps are gone.
Do you boys think that it's gonna continue after Blood of the Dead? Like, our crew's gonna go somewhere else and to another map and whatnot, and do you think the storyline will continue?
I think Richtofen, Primus Richtofen, will die, and he'll be replaced with, in Blood of the Dead. I think we're going to kill him in the ending to mirror the Weasel ending, and then he'll be replaced by the older Richtofen from Black Ops 1.
Okay.
I think the Ultimus crew and the Primus crew are going to hybrid together in some way, shape, or form from those 2 maps. And that's going to lead us into either one additional map that's going to more wrap up their story for that game, or it's going to lead us into Black Ops 5 or whatever their next game is. I believe we're going to have one throwback kind of map mid-DLC, like DLC 3 will be a throwback, if that makes sense, to that crew. They will not be on the new crew.
That, or maybe the old crew maps will be free. Maybe they do it
I feel like
maybe.
Okay, no, that's interesting. I feel like they, instead of doing a Zombie Chronicles 2, now I know we're getting into DLCs now, but instead of doing a Zombie Chronicles 2, they could do sort of with this storyline now that they've like remastered Mob of the Dead. Every new DLC, there could be 2 maps, you know, one for the new storyline people, like fucking whatever their names are, Diego and some shit. And then Richtofen and the other crew could
revisit
go to
their maps that they've been to?
revisit maps, like even like, you know, Buried, Transit.
If I were them,
Die Rise.
If I were them, what I would do, right? This is how I tackle it. Blood of the Dead, kill off the entirety of Primus. All 4 of them die. End cutscene. Victus is woken up, and then they end up going on a quest between remade versions, with new Easter eggs of Transit, Die Rise, and Buried.
Okay, I like that, because I feel like they're running out of maps, to be honest with you.
The thing is,
for a Zombie Chronicles 2, because they've just remastered 5 and Mob of the Dead. So,
well, the thing is,
very few maps. That's if they're doing 8
And
maps,
I don't think 5's going to have huge Easter egg. I think it's going to be somewhat minuscule, but it's going to give you an ending that's going to be like, that's what happened to Ultimus.
It sets up the actual 5.
I feel like it's literally just going to be the giant with a small Easter egg. And
with a small Easter egg. Yeah, an Easter egg and a cutscene, exactly.
And but I feel like its pure purpose is just going to be, well, mainly to just like answer some questions, but also just like a bit of a survival map,
kind of fun map, like, extra to have.
Like the giant was,
season pass bonus sort of map, like, you know what I mean.
Well, that's the thing. I think personally, it's a bit harsh to like have a map which, you know, it's just locked in the season pass. You know what I mean? It's kind of. I mean, I guess that's the way it is with all the zombies map.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, we've got 4 fucking maps on launch, so it kind of makes sense.
It makes sense that would be the most basic of the maps, just like the giant. It became purchasable later on.
Making 4 Easter eggs, like 4 fully fledged Easter eggs, each with boss fights and cutscenes. That's a lot of work.
That's why I don't think 5's going to have that. I think 5 are going to complete some objectives. I don't think it's going to have a boss fight. They wouldn't have an arena for it. It wouldn't make sense unless they expanded the thing.
No
they
way.
did say it was a remake. They did not say it was a remaster. Or they said it was a remaster, not a remake. So I don't.
I feel like I feel like this
areas.
is gonna be.
Well, technically, actually,
it's gonna
one
be the
thing,
same thing as the Giant. To be
One
honest.
thing that was
Like,
interesting though, they never said there was remake or remaster. One thing they've never actually said 5. They've always just said it's in the Pentagon. It's in the Pentagon.
True, actually,
They've never
you're right.
said it's 5. So
Wow.
maybe it is going to be different.
It could be. It's gonna be wild, whatever it is. This is gonna be a freaking wild ride. I know that much. Black Ops 4 is coming in hard, and they're gonna. That Treyarch high is gonna get us all flying in the sky. We're all gonna be soaring, not be able to see straight. It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna be.
See, the thing
I'm gonna be so
the
high
thing
on
is,
Treyarch.
that's interesting, right? As much of an idea as it is, to remake Transit Diaries and Buried, because it's fun. It's one of the few maps we don't have remastered yet. Those maps are massively hated. So for Activision stuff as a business decision, it doesn't make sense to want to go back and remake them because
I
probably
wouldn't say
sell.
Transit is necessarily hated.
Oh, Transit's
I
hated.
just-
Transit's is the most hated. Buried
Transit's
is
probably
It's, no, 100%
loved,
is like
Buried's
the most
loved,
disliked.
but Transit
Yeah.
and Diaries
Transit
are
is
two
one of the
most
most disliked.
Transit and Diaries are the two most hated maps probably in Zombies.
Yeah.
It's purely because of you can fall off a fucking skyscraper and
Yeah.
rise, and lava and denizens exist in Transit.
Yeah.
But I still feel like I'd love to see them remastered because personally I don't think the maps are that bad.
No, I think they'd be way good if they remastered them and changed them, made them better. Honestly.
Yeah,
And when you
that's
think
why
about
I
it, like-
suggest remakes.
When you think about it, Treyarch, so with Zetsubo, how that was a flop at the start. That they only had one map, so that DLC was just a flop. It was like, oh shit, well rip that DLC.
Yeah.
But with Black Ops 4, if we have two maps, if say they do remaster Transit, new storyline and all that, and it kind of flops, they've still got the other Easter egg and the other map for the other crew that is brand new, hasn't seen before, original, all that sort of shit that, most likely will be a success. So
Yeah, I think a lot of the purpose
They can take
with Black
risks.
Ops 4 with
They
these
can
two
take risks.
storylines is I think their idea is with Black Ops 4 they close off that old storyline whilst also introducing us to this new storyline.
Yeah.
So that when it comes to the next game, this isn't a new crew. This is a crew we know, we've had them for a solid 5-6 maps.
Yeah.
So we'd be okay with just having them as the only crew going into the next game.
I think they're going to do
Assuming-
really good with this crew. This crew's dynamic seems well, the voice acting and all that. Very
We still
good.
don't know the voice actors, do we?
I don't think so, but we do know that they do a good job. They play each
Yeah.
role very well, which is something that World War II lacked on its start. It has picked up since, but the character development was terrible on that game, honestly.
It's interesting the fact.
they literally modeled it after actual people.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Doctor Who
Drosten
and,
is David Tennant. Drosten isn't
Yeah.
Drosten, Drosten's David Tennant.
Yeah, exactly. And it just didn't work out well, unfortunately. So I think Black Ops 4 has that in the bag. Already, from what I've seen, I'm excited about it.
It's clearly not a celebrity cast, or to be honest, probably not even a famous voice actor, because otherwise they would have been recognised.
Yeah. Well,
I'm super excited. That's probably about it that we've got to talk about for this episode. If you guys did enjoy this episode, remember, you just got to hit 115 likes, alright? That's if you guys want to like this video.
Drop that like, please. Drop that like.
Drop that.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, if you do want to
Score.
see an episode, Sam, do you want to explain what your episode was about, just real quick?
So yeah, my episode, which will be linked down in the slot description, that's going to be about consumables, gobblegums, all that for Black Ops 4, generally what we think they're going to do over there. And over to Unpunt.
And then mine's obviously going to be about the most important thing in the game, which is going to be the specialists, the new weapons, wonder weapons, all that discussion and how those are going to play out, how you can upgrade them, and all the specifics of that. Of course, make sure to check down the link in the description so you can see that as well.
Yep. Well, those two videos are going to be linked in the description. Make sure you guys also subscribe to both of them. Help Unpunk hit 10k. Help Sam hit 1 million. Okay.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's been your boy
Bypass the K,
Slaughter. Unpunk is somewhere above me or somewhere below me. Sam is either somewhere above me or somewhere below me.
We're
cameras
all above you.
right
I'll
now.
save some time here.
We are the Zombcasts. We are better than Zombros, and I'm out. Peace.